Before we explain the double pass, we need to explain the mirror function in Zemax. So let's start with an example. Let me change everything to the last two parameters to not variable. Now I'm gonna put a mirror or a surface first at, let's say, 20 millimeter. So I'm gonna add insert surface, and the thickness from the lens is gonna be 20 millimeter. Okay, here I have a surface. Now I'm gonna change this surface to a mirror. So you click on surface 8, which is this surface, and for material you type mirror. Okay, and don't worry about the thickness. Thickness of the mirror is not important in Zemax. Zemax just put a arbitrary thickness. So now after each mirror we need to be careful about the sign. If I put positive number, let's say if I put 50, Zemax is gonna continue this way, which is in a wrong direction, but it's a continuation of the real rays. So as I said, Zemax doesn't care about the real direction. So if I put negative 10, you can see the rays goes to the mirror and get reflected 10 millimeter from the mirror, and they hit somewhere here. Now let me change it to negative 20. I can see the rays are continuing. Let's change it to negative 22. So right now, when I zoom, here the rays get refracted. It's obvious. But when I zoom on the reflected rays, they're going straight through the lens. No refraction. Let me put negative 50. So the reflected rays, they're just coming through like a straight line. You can see that here from surface, for example, 8. Surface 8 to 9, it's just a straight line and there is no lens here. If you zoom into that, it's completely a straight line. So Zemax in sequential mode is not gonna sense the surface that you can see that the rays are passing. So you should be very careful. Whenever you see the rays on top of a lens, it doesn't mean that the rays is passing through the lens. Especially in this case, you can see it gets reflected and it cannot sense the lens. So in order to make the scenario like a real scenario, you have to put all the lenses after the mirror. So there is a better solution for that. Instead of that, let me put everything back from surface 1 to the last surface. Instead of that, you can click on the surface that you want to make mirror. Even let me delete that surface as a mirror and just put, and for the thickness, let's put 0. Okay, that's my surface that I want to make a real mirror out of this surface, which is surface 8. So you click on surface 8 and then you go to make it double pass. So when you make it double pass, it asks you reflect at what surface. So I'm going to put reflect at surface 8. So when you make it double pass, right now you can see that you have a lot of surfaces. Those surfaces are mirrored around this surface, and it's based on pickup. If you change the radius of the curvature, the radius of curvature of the surface after this surface is going to change. So it's like a mirror shape of those lenses. Now let's take a look at the reflection from those surfaces. The rays going like this and then goes to the mirror, and here you can it's visually obvious that we have refraction, and for the reflected rays also passing through the lens, and we can see refraction at the interface of the rays to the lenses. You can see the angle is changing. So right now it's completely correct, and one way to take a look at it is that surface 8 is my mirror. I'm gonna just draw from surface 8, which is the mirror, and the rest of the surfaces. So the reflected rays are passing through the lenses, and we can see the rays at the end here also. So that's a very important feature in Zemax, that whenever you see a rays on top of a lens, it's not meaning that the rays is passing through, especially when you have mirrors in your optical system.